The singer Tom Jones had a hit song with the name of What's New Pussycat, and I wonder if he had a cat like Bentley in mind when he wrote that song. When you are a big pussycat. Bentley can make any basket look too small. That is a, it must be there at the top. A Diederik Cuckoo.
Okay.
But it's green, so it's difficult to see. It's going to be dead and it's going. It has now flew. That is a flippin' Diederik Cuckoo. It's Indian, I didn't fly away. It's feeding time again for the guinea fowl, mid-September, and as usual the wind is doing what it does best this time of the year, blowing. Strong, restless gusts sweep through the area, but the guinea fowl flock must eat, no matter the weather. Out in the distance, a man is walking his 2 dogs through the veld. The jacaranda tree nearby is still bare. The leaves haven't come in yet, and its branches are dotted with laughing doves and ring-necked doves, all waiting expectantly for me to throw out some food. A few speckled pigeons have joined in as well. They're always part of the crowd, ready to share in whatever's on offer. And just then, the man on his electric scooter came by. He appears now and then in my videos, a familiar but rather shy character, and I was lucky to catch him this time, right in the middle of guinea fowl feeding time. Where's all your little babies, Booby? It normally fits into the back of the car. The car is tiny. Just look at that. Oh, they are so sweet. Oh, I parked in a bad spot. Hang on. Are you going to just go there? This was not terrible of me. Ooh. Ooh. Ach, daar my whole foot is more wet.
Ja.
Okay, it's in. Is it? Yeah.
Close.
Yeah? No, it's not. Okay, let me just put my car in it. Hang on, let me just move my car that we're not in the water. I have absolutely fallen in love with the stacked bales and the free-range chickens and roosters on top. But for me to recreate this scene on a smaller scale at my place, at 135 Rand a bale will cost me a small fortune. And what do we have here in the pouring rain? Some soaked through to the bone guinea fowl. Guinea fowl can be found just about everywhere in this area. It's an overcast day, and I heard that unmistakable call of the black-headed Oriole. Bright yellow, black head, voice like crystal. So, of course, I ran for my camera. There it was, somewhere in the wild pear tree. I zoomed in, I panned, I squinted. Nothing. I even changed angle thinking maybe it was shy. And what did I find? A very proud fork-tailed drongo sitting there as if he was the star of the show. So since the Oriole clearly had better things to do, let's take a moment to appreciate the wild pear blossoms instead. Those lovely little white flowers showing off while the birds play hide and seek. And when I finally found that Oriole, of course it flew away. Perfect timing. This is the Portuguese squirrel, also known as Scilla peruviana or the Cuban lily. It's a bulbous plant from the Mediterranean region, and it produces these striking star-shaped violet-blue flowers in late spring to early summer. When it's happy, it can bloom for more than 3 weeks. Hard to believe that something so beautiful is also poisonous. All parts of the plant are toxic, especially to pets. Isn't it a little sad how we garden lovers wait an entire season just to see a flower, a tree or a shrub burst into bloom, and then in what feels like the blink of an eye, it's gone again. And of course the most beautiful flower of them all made his appearance, Bentley, my big bossy cat, letting the whole world know he wanted to be picked up. A perfect ending to this little garden moment.
Hey, baby. Hey, my baby. Ah, I think you want to be carried around. Okay, let me pick you up.
White chalice of the marshy green, graceful, pure, serene, unseen, where water whispers soft and still, blooms the soul of the arum lily's will. It's a perfect morning, the sky a flawless blue canvas. The wild pear tree is dressed in white, its tiny clustered blooms glowing like pearls against the dawn. The roosters call to the morning star, and the birds fill the air with song. And from one white wonder to another, the Cape May bush glistens in the sunlight, its blossoms shimmering as though the morning itself had brushed them with gold. Last year, a pair of hardydars nested in the Brazilian pepper tree right in front of the kitchen window. This year they're back again. Hardydars, as we call them here in South Africa, are not noisy birds at all. They give their familiar hardy-dar call when they take off in flight, but otherwise they're rather peaceful companions. They never fly around at night, and they certainly don't call after dark. By dusk, they've already found their roosting tree, and once they've settled, that's where they'll stay until morning. If there's a nest, that's their little home for the night. the female on her eggs and the male close by keeping watch. Now the female had been sitting for quite some time and the egg was almost ready to hatch.
Okay, there she's flying.
Then, last night I heard a lot of hardy-dar noise outside, very unusual for them. I actually thought perhaps the egg had hatched, but as far as I know, bird eggs usually hatch in the early morning, not during the night. And yes, that's true. Most bird eggs hatch during daylight hours when it's warmer and safer for the chicks.
There's nothing.
Nothing in there. So what is bothering them? Not an egg, nothing.
Yeah, maybe the egg was taken by something.
Yeah,
I think so.
yeah, I think so
There's
too.
something happened.
Something definitely happened. I think so too.
We were
2 nights ago there was a lot of noise in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Right in the middle of the night. And I thought it was very strange.
We were supposed to see the eggshells down there.
Yeah.
The next morning something was wrong. The hardy-dars weren't interested in the nest at all. I asked my worker Thomas to climb up and have a look. He carefully made his way into the branches and there it was, an empty nest. No egg. I even tried to Google what kind of bird or perhaps another creature might steal an egg out of a nest during the night, but I couldn't find much. Whatever it was, it had come and gone quietly. For a while the hardy-dars completely lost interest. I asked Thomas to check again later, still nothing. We were in 2 minds whether to destroy the nest because last time it became infested with mites. But I'm so glad we decided to leave it. Just a few days later the pair returned. The female settled back in and the male perched close by, keeping her company. Now she's sitting again, patiently, faithfully, and the new egg is almost ready to hatch. That's the quiet little story unfolding here in this video, right outside the kitchen window in the old Brazilian pepper tree.
The mess the weaver birds are making, building their nests. Interesting.
By the chicken coop, so fair and bright, blooms the amaryllis, red and white, petals open, pure delight, a quiet flame in morning light.
There's nothing.
There's nothing there. She's not sitting. Okay.
Hy vang insekkies wat uitkom. Ag, hy's te oulikheid net hierso.
Oh, you're giving me excellent video footage.
Hoe kry jy jou foon se skerm so lig?
I've got no idea, Amanda.
Het jy hom op night?
No. Yeah, I can only take photographs in night mode. I can't video in night mode. Isn't that crazy? Ooh, dis weer die kat. Okay, daar kan ek nou nie sien nie.
Well, this was supposed to be a peaceful bath moment. You know, bubbles, warm water, calm end to the day. But Bentley had other plans. Bentley, my cat of rather generous proportions. Some might call him majestic, others just big. suddenly decided the bath was the most fascinating thing he'd ever seen. He crept closer, eyes wide, tail flicking, watching the water swirl and the bubbles rise like he'd just discovered a new universe. Then came the balancing act, walking ever so carefully along the narrow edge of the bath, pausing now and then to peer inside as if he might actually catch a bubble. And just as I thought Bentley might perform his grand finale and fall right in, along came Prada, my beautiful Witzla, the voice of reason, or at least that's what she thinks she is. She stood there, head tilted, watching Bentley with a mix of concern and disbelief, as if to say, "You cannot be serious, my friend." So there we were, one oversized cat on the edge of disaster, one elegant dog supervising, and me trying not to laugh too loudly in case I startled the acrobat. It's funny how a simple bath can turn into a full-blown performance. Bubbles, Bentley and Prada's look of utter judgment. Around here, even bath time becomes a comedy show.